Hello everyone and welcome back once again to Gary Grigsby's War in the East. Without music, obviously, because the makers of the music decided that they need to get all my advertisement revenue as usual for War in the East. I was kind of hoping that they wouldn't, but no. Obviously, they think they're entitled to all the effort that I put into making these videos. So, yeah, that's lovely. Either way, that means that I'll be putting Hearts of Iron 3 music in here, and I've made. I'll have to make do without the actual music. Now, I will keep this on, at least for now, until I figure out that the people who made the clicking sound also want to bask in the glory of my ad revenue. So there was actually a game that did that. There was it was the Ultimate General Civil War, I believe, that if you had the victory screen after a certain battle, it would play a sound like a trumpet or something, and somebody actually wanted to take all the ad revenue based on that little trumpet sound. It was quite sad, actually. I still remember that because I thought it was the most petty of petty things. Alright. Anyway, let's continue with Army Group South. Arguably the most, the weakest of all of them. That's it. Well, I mean, they're not the actual weakest, but no, I do have this turned off. Okay. Soviets do seem intent on having a lot of airplanes here anyhow, interestingly enough. Regardless, I want to make sure that we'll get some form of encirclement up here first. In order to achieve that, I'll probably still have to push these guys, rifle division as well. I wonder if actually, now that I think about it, we can also see the captured stuff down here. Romanian, Russian, Slovakian. I want. Is there captured? Maybe it's actually under German again. For ground units. Could be. I'm not too sure, though, where we can actually find this now. Active pools, transit pools, okay. So then, it's not in the production screen. No, it has to be in the production screen. It used to always be in the production screen, like all the captured stuff. For, let's see. So these are... I have no clue what this is. Panzerwagen A13. It's even hard to see on the picture. It must be British. Might be the model for either like captured Matildas or cruisers or something along those lines. Not really sure, but generally what would happen is captured stuff would show up in there. Let's first turn that on. So now we only see the actual production. Romanian, Hungarian, Finnish. I must have captured something, so it doesn't show me here. It used to be that I could select it for only Germany. Let's see. It still doesn't. Oh, here. So I need to have only Germany and then production filter off. Yeah, so we can indeed now see what we've captured. So much T-26s, flame tanks, BTs. Nothing too interesting yet. I guess the rarest thing that we found is a SPAG. Lots of flak. Probably for overrunning the cities. And lots of these mortars, which we'll use as well. It'll be interesting to see when we'll start using these kind of things ourselves, actually. That'll be fun. But I haven't gotten a lot yet. We'll see once I potentially encircle a lot of guys. Either way, I'll have the security deal with a bunch of stuff there. So I definitely want to make sure that I can do this by myself, so I can take care of that. Now, it is hard to say. I really would not want to attack that another time. So, but I also can't really move that much from here. And attacking most of these things is going to be fairly useless, but all these swamps, they make going through there quite a problem. One thing I can do at the very least is use these guys to clear some of these construction units, which seems a bit weird that I'm doing that this way, but probably still is most efficient. Oh, luckily I still take it back. Okay, so if I move these guys in here, and you in here, they might actually be able to move into that city. I think it's likely they will. That will also allow me to capture these. Yeah, okay. Or only that, but I'm not saying they can actually very likely break out, because they'll actually go in here or go here. Then this hex will once again be taken. But I don't think I can do anything against it for now. If I were to attack, then maybe. But it would have to be a pretty serious attack here. Still, I do think this is better than the alternative. Now I think I'm relatively safe. Now these guys, when they move one hex, they cannot get all the way up till here. So despite it looking kind of sad, I do think this is probably the best solution for them, ultimately. And I can probably use both security divisions now to prevent these guys from doing anything strange. Okay, perfect. Well, it will have to do. That's, I guess, more like it. You're under this 17th army, whereas you should be under the... Not under the 4th Corps, you don't... 4th Corps is already overburdened, whereas the 52nd Corps isn't. Let's put you under the 52nd. but still going in and up here. They're not gonna win that, obviously, then. No. Let's try it a second time. But still wouldn't expect the security to be that problematic. Indeed. Yeah, they have nowhere to go due to that combat problem. Again, why are you not under the mountain core? This 17th army is already heavily overburdened, whereas the 1st Panzer Group isn't. Let's put this corps under the 1st Panzer Group. I know it's a bit silly, but they are gonna go down in here. Despite 1st Panzer Group basically having no business in here anyhow. Still, I don't think an anti-tank brigade can shift. I guess it can. Okay. It's like, well, I don't think it can shift the tide. Yeah, screw you. There we go. Okay. That's not the most ideal, but I'm looking to get clearance into this area. And I basically... Can you go down and still perform a heart attack? Yes, you can. Okay. So they have to be put on the 51st after that. Okay, and I'll probably do this as a joint attack with the unit that's furthest away, but can still perform a heavy attack with the shield. Or a soft attack, that is. Okay, so they still got a combat penalty there. Sometimes I'm a bit bejazzled or confused as to how that works then. Just like this. It went down to 1. It's just weird. Okay, well. Really? You're retreating in here? Unbelievable. There we go. And then I also need to push these guys around, which I'm actually going to do this for. Because I have not a whole lot of faith in their qualities. You're actually part of the Mountain Corps. Strange. Uh-oh. Really? Oof. The fact that they did join is technically problematic enough. If they can't really do anything else, I might just as well attack here for the pretty poor results, apparently. As far as the light division goes, it can't even move that far. The movement because of those battles are apparently especially rough, and I can now no longer repair it. I had really hoped that my planes would have been able to do something about it. But these guys are apparently insanely entrenched, and nope, I'm not gonna be able to get through. So, can you just kill it? Jeez, there we go. Unbelievable. I get it, my units are fatigued and tired and everything in between. I don't think I'm gonna win this. Indeed. Okay, well, for them moving along, not useful. For you moving is not useful. For you moving is not useful. Maybe here? Nope. Oh man, it's just the movement after attack now is just absolutely garbage. I mean, the fact that they have these combat delays now is it's actually pretty rough. I mean, realistically, I cannot get into this hex anymore. Like, I don't know why I would try to do such a thing. I can attack, and that might help my panzers, but this should actually beat them, though. and potentially allow me to move into this hex. If only for better vision. How about you? You cannot even get in there. Thanks. Game. There we are. Let's get this light division into Sambor. So at least they wouldn't take it back or something. One of the things I'm a little bit afraid of is, well, I actually have these security units, so I'll be fine. So you can move. So what I need to do is I need to get any of these moving HQs. This is the 48th motorized corps. 22, 24. Overkill. Apparently they didn't have that much in there. But 38, 33. Yeah, I just basically I'm just gonna try and clear some of this. They can already no longer move, apparently. Which is kind of weird, I think. Either way. Oh, man. Holy crap. What? I've never seen such insane losses in the first game on a loss with tank units. Holy smokes. Axis action phase. Current turn. What the heck? Panzer IIs, Panzer IVs, Panzer everything. It's not just weaker models, it's just absolutely trash you. Holy cow. It's insane. Jesus. What the heck? And again, 15 tanks just out of nowhere. Okay. Wow. Let's see if I can get my unit into Turnipple. What are you doing? I probably can no longer undo that, right? Nope. No. Why wouldn't I? Great. Let's get you over here then. Okay, they are connected. Okay, well, it's a good thing I scouted, because I'm not gonna be able to break through that. Not even close. Wow. That was something something different. This army group south is a lot more challenging than it used to be, and with a lot I mean a lot more challenging. Wow, that was terrible. Never seen such a poor performance in my life. Holy smokes. Like, I've achieved nothing here. Straight up nothing. Okay, wow. How embarrassing. How embarrassing indeed. July, yeah, they sure fought hard. Suppose you're supposed to kind of like, the Germans tried to break through here and then they moved up, I guess, up here. But all things considered, that just was bad. Right, I'm saving my APs for something else. Removing Halder, mainly. But I want to transfer some of these units to Finland. You can apparently do that with with these kind of units already from the first turn, so they don't have this penalty where you need to wait. Okay. If we, for example, were to look at the box here, flag low, flag high, it's not that much currently, but I think over time I'll be sending more. It will be interesting to see also over time what would be good strategies for maximizing that kind of stuff. I would be very interested to see how that kind of stuff performs over time. Anyway, let's keep this there. I'm gonna ship it back to the Soviets already. And we'll just have to see how things go in terms of support units, etc. a little bit later. Like I said, this is, to be kind of fair, kind of a testing campaign, if you will, just to see how things are performing. Also, I'm very curious to see how things will go with like the construction units and the rail lines and things like that. I guess in a way, like it is better to let these already slide into specific armies and our army groups. '34th Corps. I'm quite sure the 34th Corps is unmovable. Yeah. All right. I'm not actually interested in attacking with these. All right. Oh, AI depot management. Yes, let's allow the AI to manage those depots. We'll take a look at what they do. Toggle logistics. So they seem to have put a lot up front here. Actually, quite a few depots. Apparently, I get import from ports. That's good. Train for 2, but then this actually does reveal a few problems. Apparently they do put very high priority ones up front and then slightly less like to the back this way. I would not expect them to have moved the supply depots a whole lot. But apparently they used a lot of APs to change the depots as well. Or 5 at least. So they're moving freight to things like depots, but also, yeah, up here. Okay, let's see if we can speed this up. There's not much we can do. If the AI decides to do this, then it might be beneficial. Maybe. Air assist, so they also did something like that. So let's take a look. What's going on here? I guess they'll take care of the logistics first, and yeah, so now we'll have to deal with their turn. We don't get to see a whole lot, I suppose. That makes sense. Now that I think about it, places like these on the map, like this is just absolute terror to move through here. Roads are going to be super important at that, I think. Wow. It's a lot of losses. Not sure what they were trying to do, but that did not go very well. Apparently that was their entire air turn. So attrition attacks. Not sure what they mean with Soviet attrition attacks, but if the Soviets think it's a good idea to perform attrition attacks, then okay. This is weird for them to build a bunker or get fort level here where there's absolutely nothing. Garrison urban areas. Guess that takes pretty long, garrisoning urban areas. We'll see how long they'll be busy with that. Okay, so they're gonna form a reserve line. Alright. Is this... No, this is the attacker. They are trying to airlift stuff in there. And they're doing it there too. And apparently we're not shooting down a whole lot of them. I guess some. All right. Usually after a first turn we get to see some interesting stuff. I actually think that in regards to first turns, things are probably not as bad for the Soviets in this game as they are in War in the East 1. I actually think they ramped up the difficulty for the Germans even more in this game compared to how they used to be in the other game. If from what I've seen so far, I think it does seem to be significantly more challenging to win. I do remember that when I played my Stalingrad to Berlin campaign, I had a pretty high chance of still winning. That was actually going very well. I would be hard pressed to find myself winning in that scenario still. Either way, we can take a quick peek. So we did hold fence bills, and the units that are potentially in there will be isolated. They just barely were unable to break through here. Holy smokes. But it did hold, so that's nice. Just like this did hold. I did expect that. There's a few smaller ones also did, but unfortunately, in terms of all this other stuff, is this empty? I'm not sure. I need to do recon first. Seems like a lot of these guys are now active, at least. That seems like they do that by themselves regardless. Well, anyway, let's go over the new events. Apparently the Soviets had a garrison shortage in the Far East. Well, that had negative political costs. They lose a point, which kind of just means that I get a point. Executive Order 8802. Under threat of a forced march on Washington, D.C., On June 25, 1941, President Roosevelt signs Executive Order 8802. It prohibited discrimination against blacks and women in the hiring practices of the United States defense jobs. Although not a law, it was the first federal gesture towards civil rights since the Reconstruction after the American Civil War in the 1860s. The Wolf's Lair. It's June 23, 1941, and Adolf Hitler first arrives at his Eastern Front headquarters for Operation Barbarossa. Wolf's Lair is located in the Masurian Woods near the small East Prussian town of Rastenburg. Hitler will spend more than 800 days at the Wolfschanze. Wolfschanze is derived from Wolf, a self-adopted nickname of Hitler. He began using the name in the early 1930s, and it was often how he was addressed by those in his intimate circle. Although the standard translation of Wolfschanze in English is the Wolf's Lair, a Schanze in German denotes a redoubt or temporary field work. Axis air setback in North Africa. Shortage of Axis forces leads to a setback in North Africa. North African campaign events are moved forward. Italian campaign events are moved forward. Continuation war. Finland enters the war. Finnish theater box. Axis ground combat intensity is set to very low. Which means that they're going to take casualties. Air combat intensity is set to medium. Northern Front theater box, so this is for the Soviets, and very low and medium as well. Alright, I am going to wrap things up though. I'll see you all in the next episode. Currently we have 412 points as the Axis high water mark as well. Let's just see how things turn out. Currently we have some units in transfer. I'm not sure what... Oh, this is in theater boxes. So when it comes to theater boxes, we lost almost 10,000 men and 808 are in transfer. And this is on the map, I think. We got more units. One in low supply, one isolated. What unit would be isolated? It's my unit, so... 4 units are unready. Oh. Okay. I mean, I get that. Well, I'll have to take a look. It's a shame I can't immediately go towards that. If we look at the victory points here, it's going up, I guess, substantially. That's good. I mean, it has to, otherwise we'd be in serious trouble. Either way, I'm going to wrap things up here. Thanks for watching this first episode. Do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, see you then, and bye-bye.